Hey everybody, welcome back to my book chat channel. So in today's video, I have another book review for you. I am doing a book review called Wisps of Gold by Leah Lindeman. I'm hoping I'm saying that properly. Apologize if I said that wrong. Just recently I had finished this book. This was part of the Rambling Readers Quarterly Book Club, and Leah was nice enough to send us all copies of the book, so we all have physical copies. And then, of course, she joined us for the live show that took place on Linda's channel, which is Linda's World of Books, and I will be happy to link that down below if you wanted to go and watch that. The live show was just so much fun. It was nice and neat to get to know Leah a little bit more, know about her thoughts and concepts and just how this book came about. And so I thought I would go ahead and do an additional book review just to really dive into my thoughts and opinions on this particular read, as it was really a fantastic read. There were so many things that I liked about it. So jumping into my traditional fashion, we'll quickly go through the synopsis and then go from there. So this is called the Wisps of Gold. Rosewood is fresh out of finishing school, where her father, taken by gold fever, deserted her 5 years ago. She journeys the Caribou Wagon Road to return to her father's side at the 108-mile hotel. Once she arrives, a rotting stench greets her at the door, her father's corpse left for her to find. Whispers abound he was killed for his treasure. Blackmail and veiled threats from an unknown enemy compel her to search for her father's hidden gold vein. Eager to squash the rumors once and for all, she sinks deeper into the mystery of her father's death. The lines between friends and foes become blurred. Will she find the infamous gold vein? Will she uncover where the treasure of her heart truly lies? So, I am absolutely giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I felt it was a absolutely fantastic read, and it really kept you engaged. I found it was a very quick read. It was very easy to follow. I found that the transitions from people to people, from time to time, place to place, was all done reasonably well. And I'll show you some of the quick clips of things in the book as well. There were some sketches that were done throughout the book that I thought were really nice, and I'll show you my favorite one just to keep some of the other ones under wrap. So for those who are interested in checking it out, you can see it for yourself. But there were pictures done throughout the book, and this one was my favorite. And as you'll find out if you go back and watch the live show, the pictures were actually done by Leah's brother, who turns out to be an artist, and the pictures were just fantabulous, or fantastic. And like I said, this one was my favorite out of the ones in the story. It really helped portray what was going on and how she might be feeling during the situation around this part of the story. So, as mentioned in the synopsis, it follows a girl who was fresh out of school and was going home and thought she was going to go and begin a life or re-begin a life with her father at this hotel. And just to put into perspective a little bit, this takes place in BC, Canada, or Canada, BC, and the father owns and runs a hotel that helps out the passerbyers, mostly a lot of the miners, coal miners that are coming through, and they stay there, and she ends up taking over responsibility after the death of her father, of course. And there was just a lot of twists and turns and parts to this book that I really, really rather enjoyed. Like I said, I found it really engaging and it really kept you going. While I did find a couple of things to be a little predictable, on an overall scale, it really wasn't predictable at all. There was definitely some events that caught me by surprise, and it was a nice change just because very few books actually surprise me these days, and it was nice to have those events come about the way that they did. Um, I really enjoyed Rose as a main character just because you really get to, as the book goes on from school into adulthood, um, more of a grown up situation, you really get to see and watch her grow with everything that goes on. And it was fun and engaging to see and witness all of that. And the book overall, in certain places, especially like in the very beginning when they're talking about her experiences in school, she's got this friend, and they're really, really close. And just the way that their friendship is explained and their bond is done, it reminds me a lot of an Anne of Green Gables feel, um, between Anne and Diana. And how one, you've got Diana, who is prim and proper and follows the rules and is very can't do this and can't do that and can't do this and can't do that, and lives vicariously through her friend Anne, who is a little bit more of a free spirit, and is a little bit more, well, why can't we do this? It doesn't matter about our gender or our station or anything else. If we want to do it, we should be able to do it. And there was quite the adventure streak and stubborn streak in and very, very bold in Rose as a main character. And like I said, just the relationship between her and her friend reminded me a lot of Anne and Diana. And as the story proceeds onward toward the end, actually, there was definitely some moments in there where it still reminded me a little bit of Anne of Green Gables and how the different interactions between her and Gilbert went about, the quirkiness and the lines and just the banter back and forth between Rose and some of the different characters that are involved in the story reminded me a lot of Anne and Gilbert. And so for me, it was a fun little reminder of what Anne of Green Gables was for me. And just the fact that this book takes place in BC, Canada, again brings back some nostalgia for me, as that's where I'm originally from. And it was just a fun or a nice way to tie that all in. And yeah, I definitely am. I would highly recommend this book. I felt it was a really, really good read. And like I said, I'm not going to go into too many details or explanations, just because if you'd really like to know more about the book, I'd highly recommend you checking out the live show that was done just a little while ago on Linda's page, and I will link that video down below. I'll also have a more detailed book review up on my book blog, but I just wanted to come on here and just, talk just a little bit about it. I thought it was just a really good read. Like I said, 5 out of 5 stars. It had, there's intrigue, there's mystery, there's murder, there's a romance, but it's not over the top romance. It was a great way of mixing some elements that I really enjoy, this friendship and the creation and all those kinds of things that I really tend to enjoy. And the best part about it is the fact that, originally I was actually going to dock a star off, if only because, or at least half a star, because I hated the way it ended. It just sort of cuts off. But that got derailed as I learned that there is a sequel to this book, and I am anxiously awaiting my copy of that so I can read and enjoy that. I am really looking forward to the sequel and seeing what happens there, because there's so much more that I want to know about Rose and her family and the romance that was going on there and just how everything unfolds. I simply would just love to know more. So yeah, so that is my book review on Wisps of Gold, and again, I'm definitely giving that a 5 out of 5 stars, and I would highly recommend you pick that up and give it a go. And be sure to check out Linda's page for the live show that was up a little while ago. And yeah, I'll also definitely be checking out more from this author. I really enjoyed this book, and I am anxiously looking forward to more. So, thank you all so much for tuning in, and don't forget to check out my book blog, as there will be more of a detailed review up there shortly if it isn't already there. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Happy reading!